What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It's the 29th day of June, and here we are at about 1.5 cents, just below there. 8 hours, 34 minutes left in the day. I'm really excited for the days to come, you guys. I think that we've got some exciting times ahead. Looking at the daily MACD here, we are below the zero and looking like we want to shape up and get above it. That's very exciting. I mean, the last time that we did this, we saw a move that was multiple hundreds and percents of growth in the matter of like less than a week. So to think that in a week or less from now, we could be above these highs and being at like 3 cents or more, it's rather exciting, right? It's a rather exciting thought. Let's see. If we look at this on the 1 hour time frame, let's zoom down here. And maybe I should delete the other indicators. I don't know. We'll leave them up. I just don't think they'll be as helpful here. The RSI, to me, does look very neutral. Bullishly charged right now. The stochastics, I suppose, are bearish right now. Ideally going down to the oversold area, but you don't have to. Again, the 1 hour time frame, it's a little less reliable. We've done this stuff before where you can consolidate and then you get overbought. So it's kind of a hit or miss with the stochastics. The MACD actually looks nice, crossing above the zero, but again, it's less reliable on these shorter term time frames. But that is nice. That actually does have some good promise. And then here on the RSI, having these lower highs and higher lows and higher highs, no lowers, higher lows and higher highs. Maybe we go down a little bit, but then we bounce from there. We continue going up to the overbought zone in combination with the MACD crossing above the zero. That could definitely set us up to break out to the upside here. And maybe we do. Maybe we do. I would think with this kind of flat base and coming down like this that we would have gone lower. That was the expectation that we've had for a second. But with Bitcoin moving up, things change a little bit, don't they? It's still possible, even if Bitcoin moves up, OnyxCoin can move down, right? It's not like Bitcoin's pumping 10% today. It could absolutely move down if it wanted to and go down to 1.44 cents, down to 1.39 cents. There's still a lot of sense to be made out of targets that are below 1.4 cents, so do be aware of that. And that's not a crazy drop from here, right? It's nothing too unexpected. OnyxCoin could make that drop in a day and then come back up to the same price in that same day. I mean, it's a 7% drop. I mean, maybe an 8-9% drop at the most from here. Nothing too crazy, right? 7 to 9% drop at the most, 3% drop at the least. We could see that. It could happen so fast, and then you just rip back to the upside. So, again, if we are talking about the upside, and we are in this video, don't get discouraged if we see a little bit lower prices. We'd be at areas that are very, very normal to find support. In fact, it's not normal to find support here. But lately, crypto, like the past couple weeks, has not been finding support at normal areas, I gotta say, or at least this past week, specifically maybe this past week, maybe not even a couple weeks. It's been very, very difficult, I feel like, and that's okay. Sometimes we go through seasons where it's difficult. I don't know why that is, but it just happens. Sometimes TA is more reliable than other times. I don't know why that is, but that just happens. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just reading it wrong. I don't know. Keeping it simple, looking at this for what it is, if we're just sticking to the basics here and not trying to get fancy with a bunch of indicators, we are finding support here, which is right at prior areas of resistance here, right? Kind of right at prior areas of support as well back here. But this zone that we broke out of, we're basically back testing the resistance points for support. That's what we're doing here. So that doesn't look too bad, honestly. And we're losing volume as we're coming down, right? And I know that most of this happened over the weekend, but Thursday was the day that we dropped. Not a whole lot of volume. Friday, not any volume to back it up. We've had every reason to go down, and we just haven't gone down. Typically, whenever you have every reason to go down and you just don't go down, you move up. That's what happens, right? And if we're looking at the 4 hour time frames, things look a little bit more bullish. The stochastic is definitely bullishly charged, looking like we want to go to the overbought zone. That's good for the days to come. The RSI getting overbought consistently without getting oversold at all, and you're getting higher lows throughout all of this, bullish. You've been below the 50, you've been living below the 50, and you're just not doing anything with it, man. You're not doing anything at all. That's because there's no selling pressure. We've gone over this before. There's no selling pressure. The only time that we get volume to come in is when we're moving up. Whenever there's no sell, and this is how we know, and again, I'll go over that in a second, but this is how we know that there's no sellers left in the market, man. They've all sold already. They're all out. If you wanted to sell OnyxCoin, you're all out. The MACD here is at the zero line. This is an area that you would expect to find support, and you are decaying in your bearish momentum as well. If we were to see a lower low, think about what that would mean. If we go to a lower low, Well, the MACD would still probably find, it wouldn't be that significant, so the MACD would still probably find support at the 0, bullish. We would have another drive of the histogram getting dark red, which would be bullish divergence because it'd likely be a higher low. We would likely get a higher low in the stochastics, and we'd be finding support at the same areas we've been finding support for the past like week or so, couple weeks now, in the RSI. All bullish things. So even if we go below 1.4 cents, it's not bearish. Every bullish prospect that we have in this video still maintains. It would make more sense to go down there to about like 1.44 cents or just below 1.4 cents from the perspective of the fibs. But for everything else and like just looking at the price action, maybe I just got to let that go. Maybe the fibs aren't telling the truth this time. Maybe they're fibbing. And every time I say that, I swear, man, it's like if you just stuck to the fibs and you kept it simple and you didn't look at anything else, the fibs don't lie. But maybe they're misleading this time or being misled by other things. I don't know. All in all, definitely on a more bullish note today, especially with Bitcoin moving up. I don't like the idea that we've moved up over the weekend. Typically, when we move up over the weekend, that sets us up for some bearish repercussions over the coming week. But you never know. Good things can happen. Sometimes we gap up and we don't fill the gap, or if we fill the gap, it's a very quick kind of instance, and then we're done with that. Daily time frame here. Looking at this on the daily time frame, daily RSI is super bullish. Okay, super bullish. We could even go lower and it's still bullish, right? All the same stuff. The stochastics look bullish. You're actually about to cross up here. That's very positive. And then the 0 line, again, on the MACD, this is getting ready to cross up to the above the 0 over this next week. And again, the last time we did that, we saw 260%. Was that what it was? 260% in a 5-day period from a low to a high. Let me just see here. I need to restart my computer after this one, man, because it's just lagging. I don't know what it is. I went through and I cleared out a bunch of like trash. Yeah, 260. I don't know why it's so slow. It's been like this ever since I got the VPN. Maybe I just have to turn my VPN off while I'm doing videos. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. I'll try that and then we'll see. Anyways, 1.5 cents now. Probably moving up in a very short amount of time. Even if we move down first, we're going to be moving up, you guys. And actually, let's look at this on the 3-day time frame first. 3-day. Getting it. If it will get itself. The stochastics are bullish. The MACD is in an area to bounce, which is bullish. Very nice to see. The RSI, holding up above the 40 here. That's not bad. It's not necessarily bullish, but it's not bearish. We're just in a kind of neutral posturing with the RSI and more likely to go up in the meantime with the stochastics driving us and the MACD bouncing off the 0. I guess, yeah, overall, we are in a very bullish environment here on the 3-day time frame. 3-day time frame, think weeks to come, okay? Daily time frame, think about the week to like 2 weeks to come. 3-day time frame is like 2 weeks to 4 weeks, 6 weeks to come. 4-hour time frame is the days to come. Weekly time frame is the months to come, right? If it will load. Yeah, dude, I'm going to turn off the VPN and just see if that's what it is. The weekly MACD is building bearish momentum, right? Well, I guess right now it's not. Hold on. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. We're going to bring that down. Let's pull it up here. This is annoying, man. It's really annoying. I don't know if it gives you guys a headache, but it gives me a headache. You see how the histogram here was at a lower level, and here it's building, right? That's actually a bullish thing because it's building, and what we have is, oh no, I was going to say we have higher lows. Actually, it's not a bullish thing. I take it back because we actually do have lower lows. See, I thought this was somewhere else. Well, that's okay though. It's still not bearish. We're not in a bearish posture. We're above the 0. Building bearish momentum as you're moving down. That's normal. So no, that's not bullish. I take it back, but it's not necessarily bearish. With this week, we are decaying in that bearish momentum. Stochastics are pointed to the upside. We'd love to see it. RSI finding supported areas. We're getting higher lows throughout this whole cycle, looking like we're charged up, ready to get to the overbought. So not just on the RSI, but on the stochastics as well. The weeks, the months ahead are going to be very bullish for OnyxCoin. And again, the next time that we get overbought in the weekly RSI, we should see some fireworks fly, right? Last time that we flipped above the 0 on the daily MACD, right? That's whenever, what was it, the daily or the 4-hour maybe? That's whenever we had this massive move here. The last time we were overbought on the weekly RSI and in the stochastics as well was whenever we saw this fantastic movement here. So it looks like that's what we're charged up to do. I think this is going to be a glorious time over the next couple weeks, over the next couple months. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.